So Chad Ocho Cinco, Chad Johnson came out yesterday and was talking about Camron responding to things he said on the podcast with Stephen A. Smith. He was just saying, I don't know what the problem is. Like I was saying, as far as what Camron was talking about, uh, him trying to cover his spot a couple of years ago, he was like, man, I wasn't serious about trying to take nobody's spot or nothing. And coming for anybody's spot. And Ocho Cinco was just saying, since he brought it up, if even if I was trying to come for the spot, it looked like I have gotten it. You know what I'm saying? Like we number one. Our numbers is way bigger than yours. Just letting them know. But he ain't really trying to get in the back and forth with Camron as far as over numbers and stuff like that. But like I said, man, in the past, this guy beefs with a lot of people out of nowhere. Chad ain't even say nothing to this man recently. He holding on to something from a couple of years ago. And he been waiting to say it because he came out of nowhere and people like, what is he talking about? And he turned something that Chad was talking about, his personal self, trolling, and made it about him and Chad, which is funny to me because, these dudes always do stuff like that. People be like, man, why they always beefing? I don't know why certain rappers always beef with certain people. Certain rappers always gonna find a reason to beef with somebody. I know people can probably ignore it or whatever, but certain guys are gonna find a reason to beef with you, no matter what. If they feel like beefing with you, they gonna make it happen. Because this right here there wasn't really no real reason to beef with Chad. To be honest with you. Yeah, he was talking about the podcast, whatever. Everybody trying to get their podcast jumping. I mean, why is that such a surprise, or why is dudes looking at that like it's disrespectful? Everybody trying to get their podcast jumping. I mean, why not? So I don't understand that part, but as far as everything else, yeah, he trying to be competitive or whatever, but Camron, he be beefing way too much. That's just a fact, man. He beefs way too much. Richard Shields, Chad Ocho Cinco, Leangelo Ball, like, bro. These dudes doing the same thing Skip Bayless was doing on the little sports show, beefing with everybody. I guess now he's saying it's not easy because they doing the same thing. Ed is getting a little worse, to be honest with you. That's why I said, man, dudes, it's not easy to have a podcast. It's cool because you hear a rapper usually rap for 5 minutes or whatever, but it's different when you got to hear a dude talk for 2 hours, man. Like, it's real different. That's why people like, man, I didn't know he was like that. Yeah, that's a rap persona, but half of these dudes, they don't really be doing nothing to these guys. And I was saying that recently, and people were like, oh, no, man, Jim Jones, he ain't really from New York and Harlem and this and this. Bro, what they got to do with another man attacking me over nothing? Like, why are you going at me over nothing? Now in this situation, ain't nobody got nothing to say. They're like, well, Chad ain't really said nothing to him. Duh. Chad ain't really said nothing to nobody. He ain't out here trying to start no fight with nobody. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, when Camron, bro, he just humiliated himself, bro, to be honest with you. Tried to snap on Ocho for no reason. Everybody looking at him like, I know Mason was laughing, but I mean, they gonna laugh because that's what they do. They gonna laugh, but everybody else ain't really laughing about it. They like, bro, you look crazy. You looking crazy out here. Which you are. You are looking pretty crazy. Let somebody get you that upset over something that really don't have nothing to do with you. It don't have nothing to do with you at all. The thing you talking about, you mad about, that happened years ago. So you been wanting to say something to the man. You could have been said something. You ain't have to wait on this situation to be like, man, I'm mad about this. Man, you could have been said something to the guy. Let's be real. If it was that serious, you would have said something to him already. But Chad told him, hey, if you want to do something, I'm in New York on Monday. Told him where I meet him at and everything. He said, I'm in New York on Monday. If you got a problem, if it's really that much of a problem, I'm in New York on Monday. So if you want the hands, feet, or whatever, we can make it happen if it's that serious. And to be honest with you, if it really is that serious, make it happen. To be honest with you, that's how I look at it. If it's really that serious, man, they need to be throwing the hands. Because it can't be that serious. Because Camron took it way personal. He like, man, just going in about, oh, he think he number one and trying to take my spot and everything else. I'm like, bro, that's little girl stuff, man. It's like, it's small stuff. Like, you fighting over toys. I don't understand that. It's like kid stuff. It's like little boys fighting over toys. I don't understand it. I really don't. It's just a podcast. But it also lets you know, because Chad, he like, man, I've been getting money. I ain't worried about no podcast money. That's why Chad ain't tripping. He acting the same that he was before. But man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'll be a lot of rappers, bro, that you could tell that wasn't getting money like that back in the day, because the podcast money just, their rap money is supposed to be way longer than the podcast money. But that's a whole nother story. But that's all I got, though.